It is estate sale day, and I'm actually about an hour from home in a little town called Madras. And I came up here because this estate sale has so many things. I am here on the second day. It's early in the morning on the second day. And generally, I think most estate sales are pretty picked over by the second day. But this one had so many items. I thought, oh no, there's still going to be good stuff there. So a lot of crafting items, just a lot of, unique things that I really wanted to take a look at. If you're new here, welcome in. I'm Kimberly. This is Studio Kimberly, where I curate vintage, fine art, collectibles, and lots of jewelry. I hope that you'll consider subscribing while you're here and make sure you click that notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming thrift adventures. Today I am looking for not only a few things for my house. I just moved into a house a couple months ago, was completely empty. I didn't have any furniture, and I have been thrifting my entire household, and gosh, I'm just about done. If you're interested in furnishing, styling, decorating, that sort of thing, you might want to follow me on my other channel here on YouTube, Pretty Over 50, and you can see how I took a completely empty house and now have it almost completely furnished with all secondhand things. Thrift stores, estate sales, online auctions, Facebook Marketplace, that sort of thing. It's really been a lot of fun. And to be honest, I'm shocked at how lucky I've been and how many great finds that I've had. But today we're going to be going into this estate sale, and I'm primarily going to be looking for things for my online shop, studiokimberly.com. I'm excited to see what's left on day 2. Let's go in and see what we can find. Right away, I see something so cute. Look at this rocking chair. Oh my gosh, I love that. It's in great condition. And look at the shape on it. It's really nice. Let me see how it rocks. Oh golly. So $49 on that. I think that's a great value. Lots of Christmas stuff. They generally have this out in the garage, which is where I am. I haven't even gotten into the house yet. You know, because it was the second day, I thought, oh gosh, I'm going to be the only one there. No, there's a crowd here. Oh, look at these. These are cute. $3 for placemats. Nice little Christmas item. So I'm still outside, and look at all these frames they have in the boxes. The large 14 inches and over are $2 each, and all the other ones are $1 each. It is such a great way to pick up frames really inexpensively at yard sales, estate sales, garage sales, and boy, this is a great collection. I'm not going to look through these because I have an absolute overwhelming amount of frames right now. I'm on frame probation, but it's a good tip if you're ever out at a garage sale or estate sale and you see lots of frames, you can get them super cheap. Oh, I love these chairs. Look at how beautiful that shape is. Oh, they're so good. And look at how delicate the spindling is. These are really beautiful. These would go great with my copper table. I actually bought some chairs for my copper table. They're okay, they're not perfect. These almost look perfect. It's a really pretty oak cabinet. I have it at $150. Isn't that pretty with the glass front? That's really a nice piece. You wouldn't really even have to refinish it because it's in pretty good condition. Lots of stuff on the top. Still magazines and stuff on. This person is a crafter, and there's just craft items everywhere. Everything from stamps to stickers. These look like little glitter pots right here, and different types of paint, fabric paint, just everywhere. Lots and lots of stuff. And then this is a storage thing here. I'm not sure who knows what went in here. What is this storage for? Because it's huge. So here are more miscellaneous craft items. some watches. And then look at those cute pillows. Look at that one, that floral pillow right back there. That's really cute. I'm going to take a look at that. This is really, really cute. It looks like it's been embroidered with yarn. And the little leaves there. Isn't that nice? My only concern is that there seems to be some staining on the back, which is a shame because the front of it is so sweet. So here's an entire 2 metal racks right over here that's almost filled with stamps, wooden stamps. Look at these. Just stamp after stamp after stamp. Look at all these, just so funny. They're $1 each, and here's a huge bag full of stamps. I might look through here and pick out a few that I think are really cute. Oh, look at the little Christmas stamps. And down here we've got cats, more stamps. Wow. This was a consummate crafter here. Here's more crafting items. These look like little stickers or, gosh, what's the word I'm thinking of, you guys? So this is, oh, it's a die cut. Wow. Here's another. This is a stamping pattern. And more shapes and ovals. Lots and lots of this. Somebody was busy. Who recognizes this back in the back? Anyone? This is Mary Englebright when she was working with Michael and Company. So these are some of the pieces. Those are really cute. All ceramic. Okay, I think this is really sweet. It's a hook. And it has a little cup at the top. So you could put your keys up there and, it hangs up in there and it has a little oval in the back. I think that's kind of sweet. I like it. Look at this really cool antique high chair. It's so pretty. It's oak. It's on little wheels. Isn't that pretty? It's in such good condition. Look at the seat. It's still like almost brand new, and the carving on the back of the chair. So pretty. It's $130. remember these? These little butlers that go in the bedroom. You hang up your suit coat and you put your cufflinks on there. And you sit down and you take off your shoes. Isn't that fun? Those need to come back. They were kind of cool. So this one is $10. My friend Suzanne mentioned that there was a thrift store right as you come into town. So I'm on my way out of town and I thought I'd stop by. This is the Possibilities thrift store in Madras. It looks like there's some good stuff in here. This is going to be fun. We have one of these in the town that I live in, so I'll be interested to compare this one to that one. Look at this print. Isn't that gorgeous? That is artist signed and framed in glass. I love that print. It is so beautiful. I think I might have to pick that up. Look at this lady right here. She's very proud. I don't know what this is made of, but it's pretty fun. Little Grecian statue, $7. I just want to show you this set of china. Look at that pattern. Isn't that pretty? So many pieces in that set. And look at the cups, are really sweet. Little rose right there. It's kind of a teal green on the bottom. I really think they're nice. Very pretty. Do you think we'll ever get back to china sets again? I kind of wonder about that. Oh gosh, I love this sweet little tea kettle. This is metal. It looks like it's ceramic. It's not. It's metal with some type of coating on it. And that little bird on the top and the illustrations are on the bottom. It's so sweet. Really, really like that. They're asking $5 for it. I don't know. I think I'm going to pick that up. I think somebody would just love it. It's just really, really darling. Look at all those little illustrations. So cute. Look at you guys. I found a picture of my boyfriend. Isn't that fun? Guy on a horse.
Yes.
This is a really old piece right here. $3. It's stuck to my finger. That's kind of fun, huh? An old costume piece. Very nostalgic. Okay, I just think this is so funny. Look at that clock with all those apples all over it. Isn't that just too much? It looks like it belongs in a really old Airbnb somewhere. I don't know. In the middle of the country. Isn't that cute? All those apples. All right, you guys, I think, is that cross stitch? I know you guys are trying to teach me the difference between embroidery and cross stitch. I think that's cross stitch. Let me give you a close up. It's just all over the whole thing. I think it's kind of cute. They're asking $6 for it. This store is gigantic. I just found a whole another room. So this looks like it's more regular kitchenware and outdoor stuff. There are some men's clothes over here. Oh, and golf clubs. If you're a golfer, here's some clubs for you. So I have a little story to tell you as I'm cruising through well, this is faux silver. Suzanne told me about a girlfriend of hers who's a reseller who found a set of solid silver candle holders at a thrift store in Bend. Oh my gosh, I can't even believe it. I don't even know if I would have picked them up because people really aren't looking for silver right now. So I probably would have overlooked them. Isn't that a great story? They're absolutely gorgeous. I saw a picture of them. They're just stunning. So it teaches me to make sure that I keep my eye on everything. Oh, and look what I just found. This is a raku pot, hand done. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that glaze. That is so pretty. $2 definitely coming home with me. Okay, you guys have to help me out here. I don't know what these are. They're a little ceramic like cup inside these, it looks like sterling plated holders with 2 handles on them. But I don't know what they are. Are they little drink cups or teacups? Whoever knows, put it in the comments below because I'm really curious. I want to show you this funny thing. Look at this collie on a watering can, and it's a bank. So we got a lot going on here. A bank, a watering can, and a collie. And then look at this gorgeous piece of agate. So that's how it looks out in the wild. We're just walking along a trail, and that's what it looks like. And boom, inside. Isn't that pretty? Just gorgeous. It's the next day. I had such a good time driving up to Madras. It's a town about an hour north of me. I had never been there, and it's always fun to drive around and see the other communities in my area. This was one of those days where I didn't find a lot of things, but the things I found are so interesting. At the estate sale, I was there on the second day, and my experience with estate sales, and you can share your experience down below, is that it generally is the first hour of the first day where most of the stuff goes quickly. So being there the second day, I wasn't sure how it was going to be. And as I kind of suspected, there wasn't a lot that I found interesting or unique or creative. However, I still stumbled upon a couple of things that I thought, wow, I really need to get that. And it surprised me because the other people there were just overlooking them. The first one is this statue. Look at that. This is amazing to me. I have not been able to find much information on this statue or this little sculpture other than the fact that it was the cover image of a 1994 guide to Art Deco. So clearly that tells me this is something very interesting and very unique. Look at this little gal. I am not even really sure what the materials are. She feels metal, and this area down here feels like marble to me. It is really, really beautiful. And look at the delicateness, I hope you guys can see it, of her face. It's so very interesting. I have no idea the history of this or who made it. I did see Lalique attached to this, but I'm not sure. It does have felt on the bottom. I don't know if there's a maker's mark underneath that. Interesting. So beautiful, beautiful Art Deco little small sculpture of a dancing lady. Just fabulous. The next thing I picked up again at that estate sale, these were in a little baggie. Everyone overlooked it. And I just looked at him, and there wasn't great lighting in there, and I didn't have my, more detailed glasses. I had my more long vision glasses. And I just sort of looked at him and I thought, I think those might be something. So I went ahead and picked up the little package. These are so cool. They're 3 miniature frames. They're brass and they're from Italy. They're vintage and from Italy. And all of them have the original Italian sticker on the back. They're gorgeous. Now, each of them has a more, antique master's piece of art inside. They're little. You can see the size of my hand. But here's another cool feature. They come with these little hanging pendants right here that you affix to the wall in order to hang them. Isn't that great? I just love these. These are so unique, and with that cool little hanging floral hook, and you can see the Italian sticker still on the back. Love, love, love this set. Another thing I picked up, I saw this and I just cracked up. Look at this. It looks like a great big bug. I'm not quite sure what kind of bug. This is a boot puller. You know, when you need to get your boots off in the winter and you don't want to bend all the way down. Isn't this a hoot? I just love this. Now it's kind of a brass color. I don't know if it's brass. It might be because it's got the same color on the back. But what a cool piece. You could either use this as a boot puller or use it as something on, a decor piece. I just thought it was so very fun. So kind of creepy, kind of cool bug, boot puller. Who'd have thunk it? And then the last thing I got at the estate sale, these are brand new. These are just the sweetest little, embroidered, appliqued Christmas time little towels. And I thought these would be pretty to put in a bathroom, to hang up, or you could use them as decorative items for Christmas. They're brand new. They've never been used. Isn't this sweet? So set of 4 decorative Christmas towels. I thought these were wonderful. At the thrift store, the Possibilities thrift store, that was such a fun store. It's huge, absolutely huge in Madras, very well organized and lots of great stuff. I really wanted to get the tea kettle or the water kettle, but it ended up having some damage on the handle and I thought, I'll just leave it. And then that print was beautiful. Again, I couldn't see it that well because I had my longer glasses on, not my more, detailed glasses. But I could see that there was some fading from the sunlight. So I ended up leaving that. Those were 2 things that I thought were fabulous. I did end up picking up this beautiful raku vase. Isn't that pretty? Look at the glaze on that. Now, if you're not familiar with raku, it is a process of firing the ceramic pieces at the end in ash or wrapped in newspaper put in hot coals. So it creates this kind of iridescent finish that's very, very unique. And you never know what you're going to get. You don't know the interaction until you're actually done. So this is a beautiful piece of raku, very light, very pretty, and I think that pattern on the front is a lot of fun. And then on my way out, I popped by the jewelry counter and I found a couple of turquoise necklaces on top of the counter, just sitting there. They're really, really cool. Look at this one. Let me give you a little close-up of that turquoise look. This is really a boho style. So turquoise chunks. And then if you look in between, that's sterling. In between the beads, the stacking beads, and the turquoise chunks. Isn't that neat? I have not cleaned these up yet. So they will look a lot more, oh, the sterling will be brighter and things will just be cleaned up. So this is a really interesting piece. I couldn't believe it was still there, that someone hadn't grabbed it already. And then the other piece I got, this is fascinating. This again was on the countertop. This is very vintage. It has an old barrel clasp on it. And I am not sure what the white beading is, whether that's bone or stone, but it does have the turquoise in between the white beading. And then look at the pendant. This is so interesting to me. That is some type of tooth. So you can see the tooth up here at the top, and I am not sure if this is bone or tooth, but it has that inlaid piece of turquoise. Isn't this so cool? I don't think I've found anything quite this unique. I haven't done any research on it yet to find out exactly what this material is, but it's very cool and it's also very, very old. I'm wondering if this was Native American because of the age of the barrel clasp and the materials. And this is really old. So this looks like something that was probably handmade in someone's little studio. Isn't that great? This is such a unique piece. All right, I am going to hop into a few things now that I've kind of picked up along the way, you know, quick stops at little garage sales or estate sales or this sort of thing. And I want to start with this. This is a little wood bowl, and you can see it has these little walnuts in it. And I saw this at an estate sale that my friend Suzanne and I were at. And when she and I go to estate sales, it just cracks me up every time. You know, we wait in line, and then when we get called in, boom, I don't see her the whole time. We each go off in different directions, and we're so focused. I don't know if she sees me. I don't ever see her. She mostly focuses on vintage clothing, so she'll go right to the clothing. I know nothing about clothing, so I just look in admiration at her skills. I go into the more artsy home decor direction. So this estate sale, we went in, I don't see her. And then finally things were sort of settling down a little bit. And I was doing like my second or third pass through. There's a point to this. Stick with me here. You're going to love it. And I looked at this little bowl of walnuts again. And boom, there was Suzanne. And Suzanne was looking at the walnuts too. We were just going, huh, you know, it's a cute little bowl. And I said, those are kind of cute, aren't they? The little walnuts in the bowl. And she goes, yeah. She goes, do you want it? And I said, I don't know. She goes, go ahead, take it. You know, you might like it. So I did. I picked it up. Well, when I got home and I did a search, I want you to look at the detail on this. At first, they look like walnut shells, like a walnut. I grew up with my grandmother cracking walnuts all the time. I know what a walnut shell looks like. When I started looking at these, I realized these are hand carved. This is hand carved, and those are figures all over these walnut shells. These are ancient Chinese carvings, and each one of these walnuts is worth about $150. Can you even believe it? And Suzanne and I were just standing there looking at it going, oh, that's kind of cute. That's kind of cute. Look at this. I want to see if I can give you a close-up of the carving on these. It's just exquisite. And then I want to show you something. This is the kind of thing that happens when you do this, you know, estate selling, garage selling. I noticed that one of them, this is before I looked them up. So I'm just thinking these are fun little carved walnuts at this point. And I noticed that one of them had a little crack in it. So I'm just kind of picking at the crack going, oh, that's too bad. And then I find out they're each worth $150 and I'm going, ah! I couldn't believe it. So this poor little guy, I think I'm just going to keep him as a souvenir just because he's so cute. So I have this bowl of hand-carved ancient Chinese figured walnuts in this little wood bowl. I don't know what I'm going to do them yet. I don't think you guys want $150 walnuts. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. I picked up this cute little brass, watering pitcher. Isn't that sweet? This is such a cute little decorative item. You can see the patina on it. I haven't cleaned this one up, but I really, really liked the shape of this one. I mean, with that beautiful round handle here, and then the shape of the spout, I just thought that was really pretty. Great decorative item. I think this would look good on a credenza top or somewhere on top of a dresser. I did find these very cool candlesticks, and I can't even remember where I found them now. They were in the corner of my studio. I think it was at a garage sale, but they're brass with, I believe that's marble in the center right there. You can see it over here. I'm not sure, but it looks like marble to me. It's translucent, feels a little cool. So really beautiful set. This is an old set. There's just a little bit of wear on this one, but when you feel it, it feels cool to the touch, which makes me think that it's marble. I thought these were really pretty. They're just a great representation of that era styling. And I thought, oh, won't this be pretty around the holidays? Just a little upscale on the brass candlestick look. And then at a garage sale, aren't these fun? I just really, really liked them. These are metal plates, and you can see you hang them on the wall. These are really kind of old, and I think they're Hungarian. There is writing on the back that talks about the provenance of the plates, and I thought the colorway was really beautiful. I thought the artwork was just gorgeous. These are hand painted. Isn't that pretty? And they're all ready to hang. They're ready to hang. So this one says Hungarian cockerel, but it also says Portland 2009. This one says Jamie Doodle Doo. Or maybe that's the name of the chicken, from 2006. So somebody hand painted these. Aren't these cute? I thought they were adorable. Every kitchen needs at least one chicken. That's what I have for you today. Thank you so much for coming along with me. It was such an adventure to go to another town and to see what was happening with their estate sale and their thrift store. I had a great time. If you did as well, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Most everything I shared today will be available in my online shop at studiokimberly.com, and that'll be listed in the description box down below. Make it a great day, and I look forward to seeing you in my next thrift adventure. Bye now.